Good morning, everybody. I'm going to give everyone kind of a chance to jump on here real quick. I tried to give a little bit of a warning today. So I have a spiritual protection oil that I use that I put on. I use this with any sort of candle magic you're doing, any sort of just day-to-day to help release anxiety, really good for protection as well. So you can find that on my website. I know that some of you asked about the rainbow fluorite towers last night that were interested in getting these, and then as well as the black obsidian rainbow, I can't talk this morning, obsidian spheres. So those are getting updated on my website, so you'll be able to go on there and buy those. So super excited. We're going to get some sage going and do some readings today, guys. It is warm in here today. It's so nice out. I don't know where everybody is from. I am from Nebraska, and it's like in the 60s today, which is, a heat wave. So we're going to go ahead and cleanse and clear the area. I did have someone ask the other day too about my fan here. So I do have these fans as well. They're $30. This is actually bone on the bottom here, not human bone, so don't worry. And turkey feathers, and then they have quartz on them as well. So I really like them. They move a little bit more sage than, one feather, but one feather works great too. You definitely don't have to have them, and then I can kind of use the end to smudge it out a little bit. So I'm going to put that over here. So hopefully we don't start a fire again. Hi guys. Oh, Carrie, you're in Lincoln. Okay, so you're close. So you guys having good weather this morning there too? It's like finally, but I hope it'll stay. That's the hard part, is we get teased with this and then everyone gets sick because the weather is like back and forth and nice and then not. So yeah. And of course, apparently my sage really took off this morning. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to do a regular daily card reading, and then we're going to pull a wealth reading as well to see kind of how money is going and flowing for November. I don't even know what month it is, and get a little more information on that too. So we're going to get going with that. Another thing that I wanted to mention today is angel numbers. So a lot of people talk about angel numbers and repetitive numbers that you see more often throughout the day, or like for instance, mine is 1111. I see that all the time. 111, 1111. It's like these constant numbers that come up. So we are going to talk a little bit why today is special as far as your angel numbers, because today is October 19th. So we are at 1111, or see, I'm losing it. We are at 11/19/19. So the significance to 19 means that your goal is almost upon completion, which is really cool. And we have double 19s today because we have it within the year and within the day. 11 just means that you're on the right spiritual path. You're going along the right direction. So if you're seeing like 11 pop up throughout the day, if you have any questions, or if you're seeing like 1111, that type of thing where it pops up on your phone, or 111, it just means you're along the correct spiritual path. So you're moving along the right lines. But as far as 19, that's why it's big today, because we have 1919. Okay. So the big thing with that, not only being goals that are going to be coming to completion, it also means a phase is coming to an end. Okay. So that has a lot to do with things that we are meant to let go of too, or being able to let go of it so we can start the next phase of our life. Which we talked a little bit about yesterday, about being able to let go of things that are holding us back or aren't good for us in our growth. So it's interesting that that's kind of what came up today. Basically, when you think of 19, you can think of closing one door and opening another. Now, if you think about that, that is the theme of the whole year too. We're in 2019. So 2019 is all about new doors opening, closing past chapters, being able to kind of start over. Another thing that's interesting about that is that this is the year 2019, even though we're almost at the end, was the beginning of the new 7-year cycle. So we go through these cycles of 7 years. So if you think back to prior to 2019, 2018 and before, we were in a 7-year cycle of whatever that phase was going on in our life. So it was really good to be able to bring that to an end and start over. So that's what this whole year has been about, is kind of refining yourself and refiguring out where you want to go and who you want to be or who you are. So it's to have the double 19s today, not only today, but with the year, really focuses on a new chapter, closing a door and letting another one open. The other thing is we have entered the last quarter moon phase, which is pretty cool. It's when the energy of the moon actually reaches its peak. So if, for instance, you have a lot going on, or today you have a lot of things to do, it's going to be a really good day to do it and get things done and be able to run your errands and do all this stuff because you're going to have more energy. Honestly, I'm definitely feeling like a big change between yesterday and today. I definitely have more energy today. I don't know if it's just because I finally caught up on my sleep or what, but definitely more energy. And the other thing is, when you hit the last quarter moon, you are to confront obstacles that hold you back. Okay, so this goes very much along with the path of the 19 as well. So we are releasing what no longer serves us. Bad habits, that type of thing. If you have bad habits that you are looking to stop or retrain yourself, that type of thing, this is going to be a good time to do that, because the energy of the universe and the energy of the moon is going to help assist you in that. So it's not going to be as difficult as it would be at other times. But of course, removing any sort of bad habits or unhealthy people from your life is going to be difficult. Definitely not saying that. Another thing is an end to toxic or unhealthy relationships. That's a big deal, and that is really setting you to get yourself to where you need to be, to where you can find who you are and who you want to be. It's really important, especially if you're with someone right now who isn't giving you that opportunity or is forcing you to be who you're not. If any of you do any sort of candle magic or candle rituals, it's a really good time to do the releasing rituals right now, releasing negative energy, releasing people that no longer serve you or need to be in your life. So that is definitely something, if you guys have more interest in, that we can touch in on another day as well. When you're lighting candles and you're working with candles, it's all about intention. It's all about the intention you put in behind it. So you think of it very much as manifesting. So when you're manifesting, it's important to manifest your intentions of not like, I hope someday, or I want, that you have it right now. And it's very much the same situation with candles. And when you're lighting your candles and you're doing the rituals, not only do you want them to burn completely to emphasize the completion of what you're asking, but you want them to really bring together the intention of what you're putting in behind it. So it's very important to be mindful of your thoughts at the same time as well. Because if you're thinking about something completely different, let's say, for instance, you're focusing on abundance and wealth, and you're wanting to bring more abundance into your life or your situation. So we're going to say this is my candle here. And I have like my little LED. I don't even know if anyone can see that. But so I'm going to light my candle. And One thing I do with my candles, I always use the spiritual protection oil. Like I said, you can get that on my website. You're going to carve exactly what you want to it. So let's say we're wanting help with abundance. So what you have to be very specific on what you're doing. If you need $500, let's say, you would write $500 on the side of the candle. You're going to anoint it with the oil, the spiritual protection oil. It can make it more powerful as well as far as intention. And then you're going to light it and you're going to let it burn out. That will set your attention, your intentions ready for that candle and that ritual. I like to use chime candles myself. They don't get wax everywhere. It's almost like these things just kind of disintegrate and disappear everywhere, or disappear in the thin air. So they work really well, and they burn out within a matter of maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. So you don't have to worry about having one burn from, 10 in the morning till 10 at night and feel like you can't leave the house, because you definitely don't want to leave candles burning. If you have been into my museum, I do sell them in there. They're $2 per candle, and we have written out, which candles do what for love, for money, for wealth, for keeping negative energy away, anything. So specific colors mean specific things. So you can contact me if you need to get some of those too. But I totally got off the subject there. Sorry about that. So anyways, we're talking about the moon phase. We have moved into Leo. So as far as physically what we're going to be feeling, we're moving out of the phase of anxiety. So I think a lot of people will notice that this week particularly, they don't have as much anxiety. They feel like they can breathe a little bit more. So that's a really good thing. But it's all about honoring our body. So our mind, our chest, our spine, our upper back. A lot of people are going to have upper back issues. So not to push any sort of like exercise on anyone or anything like that. But I always talk about how the body and the spirit works together. So if you have yourself feeling good, it's going to help up here mentally too. So there's certain things you can do. You have to love what you do to be able to make it worth it to you to do it every day. I'm definitely connected to yoga. I'm not like a HIIT girl, like a high intensity workout. For some people, that works amazing. For me, I can't get motivated to do it every day, but yoga resonates with me. It's stretching, it's elongating your limbs, and it's helping your body as far as like being able to mold and shift and get rid of all those like achiness and stuff. So find something. I mean, that's definitely going to help with the moon phase energy right now. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. So just find something that works for you, even if it's just getting up and stretching in the morning. Baby steps, right? So that's what's important about the moon energy. So now we're going to get into our reading for today. So the first one we are going to do, we're going to ask about wealth tips for the week of November 19th and kind of see what's going on here. I know that Christmas is coming up. We've got Black Friday deals coming up. If anyone's a Black Friday shopper like me, can't wait. But I'm broke every year because of it, because you think you need everything that you see, and it's an amazing deal and you have to buy it. But there's just something about the rush of getting up in the morning. But the nice thing is you can do it online now too. So we have that coming up. So we're all going to want a little extra these next couple months. So we're going to see what's going on wealth-wise. Yes, Tiffany, all fours are really good too. That's telling you that you have like specific things that you've been working on with the fours that are coming to fruition. So it really goes along with the rest of the reading today too. So whatever goal that is that you're focused on, stay with it, because those are good signs that everything you're doing is working. Okay. All right. So I asked my guides to give me information for everyone on wealth for this week of November 19th. 2019. What can we expect? There we go. There's one. Ooh, that's a good one, guys. 9 of Pentacles. Let's see if we have any more that pop up. So you can see reaching your hands out, and then you have the, looks like a little bird or a hawk that comes in. And you can see that she's surrounded all down here with this wealth. So what this tells me is what you're reaching for is accessible. Okay, so even though you may not physically have it right now, what you're reaching for and what your goal is and what you're going for is very much accessible to you. So that's a really good thing, and keep that in mind when you're getting frustrated. Okay, you have it at your fingertips. So keep doing your manifesting, keep doing whatever it is that you're focused on and you're doing, because it's working and it's coming to you. Just like, so to speak, the analogy of this bird coming to her, you have the wealth coming to you. So even though it might not be in your bank account or right there at the time, it's going to be coming. All right, is there anything else we need to know about wealth for November 19th, 2019? Wealth, the week of November 19th, 2019. Abundance, is there anything we need to know? That one popped out. Okay, all right. I actually think this one came out last night too, so we got the Death card. This also goes along with everything we were just talking about, right? We were talking about the closing one door and opening another, and that's what this Death card represents. This isn't a bad card, you guys. I actually can appreciate when this comes up in a reading, because it tells you that you're finally ready for the end of the cycle that you're in. Okay, you're ready to close that door and open a new one, or start over, or end one thing that's not working for you, whether it's career, relationship, goals. You know, start to focus on climbing up that hill instead of just feeling like you're rolling uncontrollably. Okay, so that's a really good thing. And that could be the opening of the doors for all your wealth that's coming in. I like that. I think that's a really good spread when it comes to figuring out what we're doing, you know, money-wise. So that's good. All right, so we are going to ask for a general reading for November 19th, Tuesday of 2019. What do we need to know generally for today? There's one jumping out. 2, that one flew. We better see what seeker. Okay. And sensitivity. All right. So this very much tells you that you're on your path to finding where you want to go. And I love when all of our cards really come together like this and our messages for the day, because they're all very validating. If you see one card and you're like, I don't know, it could mean that, it could not. But when all of them come together, it's really cool and really validating for me as a medium and a reader also. So definitely keep going with where you are reaching, where you are seeking. Hi, guys. You're on that path, and you can see it along here. This person is going and they're looking for something in particular. But it doesn't mean you're quite there yet, but that's okay. And part of our journey and part of our path is to find where we're meant to be and where our best place is. Even though you may be comfortable in the situation you're at right now, don't stop. Don't stop your goals and just leave it where they are because you got to where you want to be. Keep going with them and keep moving with them. Figure out what you can do next to even take it to the next level or to the next step. Or if you're completely unhappy with where you are and you've just been settling for years on what you're doing, start looking and finding your passion and what you want to do, because that's where you're going to be the most abundant. And that's where you're going to be blessed, is when you are doing what you love. Okay. Because you put more of it in, more of yourself into it, as opposed to just zombing through the day because you don't want to be there. Okay. Thanks, Gwen. The other one that popped out, and this was the first one, will be sensitivity. So this just really tells you as far as trusting your intuition, for one, and for two, be mindful of your thoughts and intentions today. You're going to be a little more sensitive to what people say. So as to where you may be easier to brush stuff off, in the past. Today may be a little more touchy, okay? A little more touchy. So try not to get as offended, but it's probably going to happen today. We're a little bit more sensitive to stuff. So it's very important to not take everything 100% personal today, if that makes sense. Rush, as far as like meeting your investors that you were talking about, everything that we've gone through so far is that it is going to be coming. So I would say that that's a very good possibility, because whatever you're reaching out for at this point, you have abundance at your feet. So even though it's not in your hand yet or in your grasp, it's coming. Okay. So I would say that it's very positive and very good right now as far as being a time to be able to meet those investors. So I would say that that would be definitely a good thing. All right. We are going to pull two more cards. Let's pull two more. I'm taking everyone's time up today, but sorry. There's a lot of information today, especially when we do these wealth ones. Yeah, don't give up. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, the energies were very different in July than they are now. So right now it's all about being able to open the doors that have been closed. So don't give up. I have a feeling that it's going to be someone completely different. So it's not going to be an investor you've talked to in the past. Okay. Oh yeah, we're in retrograde for sure. That's why the energies are all crazy. Oh, okay. There we go. There's our cards. All right. This is awesome. So we got the answers that you need are coming. All right. This is very much Gemini energy, but it just means that there's going to be multiple answers. That's how I take that. So not only are you going to be getting answers to what you've been looking for, but there's going to be several different ones coming in. So more validation of what we've been talking about today. And the other one is it's time to take action. So definitely what they're saying is, okay, well, you've had this great reading and we know that money's coming in, right? We know that it's within our reach. We know that we have to close the door or allow ourselves to be open to other possibilities for this to happen, right? But you can't just sit there and wait for it to happen. Okay. Hi, Synth. You have to be proactive. You have to reach out for it and you have to go for it. This is where a lot of people get confused. They see these readings and they're like, oh, okay, I have money coming in, so I'm just going to sit and wait for it. And we all know that that's not how it happens, right? It happens definitely to push us, and you have to put the effort in. Just sitting around is not going to make it happen. You definitely have to put that effort in and put yourself out there, okay? Which sometimes can be the scariest part, is to put ourselves out there and not know what's going to come back in return. But you have to step out of your comfort zone in order to get where you want to go, right? All right, last card. What do our angels and guides need us to know today is a final thought for Tuesday, November 19th, 2019. What do our angels and guides want us to know as a final conclusion for today, 2019? 2019. See, I can't speak. It's because I haven't finished my coffee yet, you guys. It's 11 a.m. and I'm still drinking coffee. All right, there it is. That one popped out. Okay. So we have, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Okay, so this is very much like a fiery card. And if you look at the background, they're asking you what your passion is, what you want to do. If it's truly your passion, what you have going on, you're not going to stop. You're not going to let things get in your way. So if you have a bad day or you're feeling down or feeling like very unmotivated, pull yourself back up and throw yourself back in there and figure out what differently you can do the next day. We all have days where it's like, I'm frustrated. I can't do this. I have days like that too. but you have to be able to overcome that and throw yourself back in. So that's really a cool card. And this is also going to resonate with the people who are like, I don't know what I want to do. And sometimes that's the case. Sometimes it's like, I know I need to do something, and I know I'm being pulled to a certain area, or even some people know they're being pulled to do something differently than what they're doing now, but they don't know what it is. So it's a matter of finding that passion. And what I always tell people, as far as like if they're not sure what to do or where they're going, is what would you do every day if you didn't have to worry about money? Okay, what would you do for fun? What would you do to give back to other people if you had the money you needed to live the life that you wanted? Okay, what would your passion be? Mine is working with people. Mine is working with my husband and running the museum and showing people that there's spirit energy out there, and being able to communicate. That's our passion. That's what we love. And we would do it for free. And we did do it that way for a long time. So if you take your heart's passion and put it into something, whether it's Reiki energy healing, I had a passion for that for a long time. I still do. I do energy healings probably about 7 times a week on different people. And it helps me to help other people. So you have to remember that your passion and where you're supposed to go is what you would do if you weren't getting paid and you didn't need to get paid. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a little bit of a push as far as trying to figure out what it is you need to do. And sometimes it's as much as starting off part-time. You know, you can't always turn a corner and have it happen right away. Sometimes we need to ease ourselves into it a little bit. So, all right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Tuesday. I got to get going and run all over Omaha today, but if you have any questions, make sure to comment. I appreciate all your likes, shares, subscriptions, and love. Remember, when we get to 1,000 subscriptions, I'm giving away free readings. So make sure to tell your friends and have them subscribe. And I love you all so much, and I hope you have an amazing day. And I will talk to you all soon. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.